afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4. Turned out to be a very nice day.
Yeah, very nice day, but big changes are on the way weather-wise.
Yes, so that's coming up. Topping our news, though, supporters of the man who was shot and killed by a Dane County deputy in Windsor are again demanding justice for Quantaze Campbell.
President Biden is set to deliver his second State of the Union address tonight before a politically divided Congress. The director of the Marquette Law School poll, Charles Franklin, will join us with more on what he's expected to talk about.
And it's that time of year. Sturgeon season is almost upon us. We'll talk to the DNR about what to expect this season. Let's check a look outside. The clouds parted around noon. Still a little windy out, but
sidewalks are clear. Good day to get that run in.
But don't be fooled by tomorrow. Julian's in the backyard. Don't be fooled again.
Yeah, that's right, Mark, because we're going to have another nice day on the forecast, and that's just going to be the precursor for what we're really going to be watching for. A look at our winter storm watch. This has just been released earlier this afternoon, and this is going to be impacting from Wednesday night into our Thursday from Iowa and Sauk counties and the Columbia County as well. And areas to the north and west of southern Wisconsin are going to be under that winter storm watch for the system that is going to be bringing in freezing rain, wintry mix, and, of course, some snowfall as well. But outside of that, it is pretty blue skies heading into our Tuesday afternoon. And looking ahead, we're going to be seeing temperatures. It's 40 degrees right now, sliding back to some chillier conditions and below freezing once we get into tonight, with clear skies sticking around, especially heading into our Wednesday, which is why we're saying don't be fooled, because the storm is on its way. Temperatures around southern Wisconsin, lower 40s, upper 30s, all in uniform. But wind breezy conditions, especially into the southern parts of southern Wisconsin, from Platteville, Monroe, and Janesville as of right now. Tonight, we're going to be seeing those temperatures slide to the lower 20s, and for tomorrow, we're going to be into the lower 40s once again, and mid 40s to our friends to the west. But again, we will have details on that alert day and that winter storm watch coming up in just a few moments. But first, we're going to talk about this first warn traffic. As of right now, things are rather smooth along the Beltline and off of Verona Road, and we'll have more details again on what is to come later into this week in just a few moments. Until then, back to you guys.
All right. We'll enjoy tomorrow. Thank you, Julian. Supporters of the man who was shot and killed by a Dane County deputy in Windsor are again demanding justice for Quantaze Campbell.
This comes days after the Dane County District Attorney's Office concluded that Deputy Cody Woods would not be charged in the 46-year-old's death.
Tahil Muladin spoke with protesters outside the county courthouse this afternoon and joins us now with more. Tahil?
That's right. About a dozen people gathered on the steps of the Dane County Courthouse calling for the district attorney, Ishmael Ozan, to resign, naming the gathering the People's Court. The group was led by members of Freedom, Inc., who said Ozan couldn't be trusted to protect and serve Dane County. They also say Campbell's family continues to be devastated and angry about what they're calling a lack of care from the DA.
That the person who is in charge of holding officers accountable, the person who has the power to hold officers accountable, uses his power to let killer cops go free, but while punishing black people for surviving in Madison.
On the same day, the Department of Justice released surveillance and squad car video of the incident. The DA's office said after reviewing the evidence that there's no potential criminal court liability for the deputy. For their part, the Dane County Sheriff's Office is currently undertaking their own administrative review of the incident. Deputy Woods remains on administrative leave.
Tahil, thank you. President Biden's first stop after his State of the Union address this evening will be to the Madison area tomorrow.
The White House has still not publicly disclosed the details of the president's itinerary, but he is scheduled to arrive at the Dane County Regional Airport.
Stay with News 3 for live coverage of President Biden's visit on the air and streaming online at channel3000.com and Channel 3000 Plus. President Biden is set to deliver his second State of the Union address tonight before a politically divided Congress.
Skylar Henry has a preview from Washington.
I mean it.
President Biden will deliver his second State of the Union address tonight, touting Democratic wins.
We've been able to deliver more for the American people than ever before.
Before a newly empowered Republican House.
The state of our union is struggling under the weight of President Biden's far-left extremist agenda.
The White House says the president will highlight what he considers to be his administration's economic accomplishments, including a bipartisan infrastructure law, investments in computer chips and clean energy, and a strong January jobs report that pushed the unemployment rate to a 54-year low. But a new CBS News poll finds many Americans say President Biden's policies are making inflation, gas prices, and the overall economy worse. President Biden is expected to highlight areas where he believes Democrats and Republicans can find compromise, as well as draw some clear political lines. Among the guests in the First Lady's box tonight, Paul Pelosi, the husband of the former House Speaker, who survived a politically motivated attack in their home, U2 frontman and AIDS activist Bono, and the parents of Tyree Nichols, who died after he was beaten by Memphis police.
I want to talk to the American people and let them know the state of affairs, what's going on, what I'm looking forward to working on from this point on.
The primetime address comes as President Biden marks the second half of his first term. He'll be making a case for finishing the job as he moves closer to launching a 2024 presidential campaign. Skyler Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders, who was previously President Trump's press secretary, will deliver the Republican response.
The Milwaukee police chief was very emotional this morning while giving an update on the police officer who was shot and killed earlier in the morning during a struggle with a suspect. At 1:16 a.m., police were checking on a wanted suspect in connection with a robbery that occurred around 11:25 last night. When they arrived, there was a struggle with the suspect and a gunfire exchange between the suspect and the officer. Police Chief Jeffrey Norman said 37-year-old male officer with over 4 years of service died of his injuries, and the 19-year-old suspect was pronounced dead at the scene.
Milwaukee, our hearts are heavy. Milwaukee Police Department hearts are heavy. My heart is heavy. One of our finest, who put on that uniform, put on that badge, went into work last night and paid the ultimate sacrifice for protecting our community.
At this time, it's unknown if the suspect died from self-inflicted wound or from the officer's gunfire. The shooting is under investigation. Well, each week throughout Black History Month, News 3 Now is highlighting the rich black history in southern Wisconsin.
Last week, our Andrew Banstra showed an underground railroad site in Milton. Today, he spoke with Madison's NAACP president about Madison's black icons and trailblazers. Andrew?
Yeah, that's right. When it comes to pillars of Wisconsin's civil rights movement, Val Phillips jumps right off the page. The first black woman to graduate from UW-Madison Law School, later became Wisconsin's first black Secretary of State, and how she became elected is critical to Wisconsin's black history.
The name Val, most people in northern Wisconsin, northwest Wisconsin, thought it was a male. So just the fact that her name and face hadn't been connected together opened up a lot of doors for her and ultimately played a role in, I think, opening up the consciousness of the electorate in Wisconsin and electing her on a statewide basis Secretary of State.
Now, Greg Jones worked with Val Phillips and described her as a true icon. She says she got her start as Milwaukee's first black person or woman on Common Council and fought for fair housing policies to protect minorities from discrimination. At 5 and 6, we'll walk you through more of Wisconsin's deep black history, how it shaped our past, present, and future.
We will see you at 6, Andrew. Thank you. It is a desperate struggle in Turkey and Syria to locate and rescue survivors of 2 massive earthquakes. The death toll surpassed 7,000 and is still rising. 2 massive earthquakes and their aftershocks have devastated the region along the Turkey-Syria border, toppling buildings and heaping misery on an area already suffering through civil war and a refugee crisis. Turkey's president declared a state of emergency that will last 3 months. The United Nations released $25 million in aid, and the United Arab Emirates says it will provide $100 million.
Now to that massive train derailment on the Ohio-Pennsylvania border. Officials announced yesterday they successfully conducted a controlled release of toxic chemicals which could have caused an explosion if left unchecked, but there are still more dangers ahead. A plume of smoke erupted into the skies surrounding East Palestine, Ohio, Monday afternoon after authorities released toxic fumes from 5 derailed train cars to avoid what they warned would have been an even greater threat. Earlier in the day, Ohio Governor Mike DeWine told CBS News that anyone refusing to leave the evacuation zone before the controlled release could also be at risk of inhaling the fumes.
If you're within a close proximity, you very well could die.
The 5 cars were carrying vinyl chloride, which is used to make a variety of plastics. It's a very highly combustible chemical linked to a higher risk of certain cancers, according to the National Cancer Institute. So far, the federal EPA says it has, as expected, found some airborne contamination near the burn location, but did not give a measure for the amount of any effects. As for the water, officials previously said that some runoff has been detected in surrounding streams, but they are working to stem it, and there has been no impact on drinking water so far.
It's only 4 days away until the annual Wisconsin sturgeon spearing opening, and the harvest caps have officially been set. With one of the largest lake sturgeon populations in North America, Lake Winnebago supports an annual spearing season that will run until February 26th or until any of the predetermined caps have been met. The sturgeon spearing season length is usually dictated in part by the water clarity of the upriver lakes and Lake Winnebago. Warmer temperatures this winter prevented biologists from safely conducting water clarity assessments until this week.
Harvest caps did see a decrease this year. This decrease is reflective of a moderate decrease observed in the population estimate over the 5-year average.
The DNR reminds spearers that once they've successfully speared a sturgeon, the tag must be validated by tearing off the bottom portion. The sturgeon must then be brought to an official registration station and registered by 2 p.m. on the day it was speared. This brings back some memories.
My
for
Uncle
you,
Pete used to take us out on Lake Winnebago, drive out on the ice, and watch the spears. And those fish are so prehistoric.
Did you enjoy it? Was it fun for you?
It's just fun watching.
Because you grew up in Little Chute, so you were very close. Yeah.
But driving the cars onto the lake is always a thrill.
Yeah.
Especially when you go over the cracks.
Then it scares you.
Yeah. Well, still to come at 4, it's the Boys and Girls Club of Madison's biggest fundraiser of the year, and it involves sneakers.
We'll preview the Hearts for Helping Sneaker Ball when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
President's Day, we're throwing a 5-star celebration at Bob's Discount Furniture. I've got on-trend styles, unbeatable prices, because the stars have aligned at Bob's.
All right, team, we got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com.
Come on out. I'm on it.
4imprint, for certain.
Don't you wish you could wave a magic wand and have whiter teeth? Well, you can, but it's not magic. It's power swabs. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and boom, whiter teeth and a better smile. And since you're not dealing with messy trays or awkward strips, you're less vulnerable to the harsh sensitivity they sometimes create.
I've used strips. They seem to really hurt my teeth. The power swabs, it just seemed very gentle.
It's so simple and easy. You just open it, you apply it to your teeth, you forget it's there. And I noticed that they're white and bright again like they were before.
I noticed actually a difference the first time that I used power swabs. You put on the first coat and then the activator goes on and immediately you start seeing it working.
It only takes 5-minute applications to get a brighter, whiter smile with power swabs. You just snap, swab, and smile. Power swabs have been clinically studied to whiten natural teeth and remove stains from caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so powerful, it removes stains from coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking.
I love my coffee in the morning.
I will never stop drinking coffee. I will not be the person drinking hot coffee with a straw.
As much coffee as I drink, I can use my power swabs and eliminate
alleviate the staining.
When I used the power swabs, I applied it directly to my front tooth where the coffee stain was.
I like being able to individually get the teeth, and most importantly, it got kind of in between the grooves.
You can put it directly on the stain that you see on your teeth, and it's so precise.
But as powerful as it is, it's also gentle and causes 0 to minimal sensitivity.
This didn't sting, it didn't burn, it didn't have an aftertaste. It was just a swab, and I just got a rubber on my teeth, and that was it.
Take it from me as someone who has gone the dental route, but has also gone on the shelf route, and I've not really seen anything work as effective and as easy as power swabs.
Whiten your teeth this Valentine's Day by ordering power swabs and receive 50% off the regular price. Shipping is free, plus you'll receive a free quick stick pen to use on the go after meals or a cup of coffee. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
This President's Day, people are buzzing about my highly rated bedrooms, like my Tremont Queen bedroom set, my romantic Scarlet collection. Go glam with Diva 2. See what all the buzz is about this President's Day weekend at Bob's.
Welcome back. If you have trouble coming up with the money for co-pays when you go in for a medical treatment, a bipartisan group of lawmakers wants to help.
They want to introduce a bill that would bring much-needed relief to financially vulnerable patients by ensuring that all payments, whether they come directly out of a patient's pocket or with the help of co-pay assistance, count toward their out-of-pocket costs.
This is about making sure that people can afford their medications and not have to choose between groceries and gas.
To me, this policy is a no-brainer. This is common sense. This is one of the easiest things that we can do to help patients at the pharmacy counter afford their prescriptions.
The All Co-Pays Count Coalition comprises more than 80 national nonprofits, patient advocacy, and provider organizations representing millions of people living with serious, complex, and chronic illnesses.
Local Madison lawmakers called on the Biden administration to support a new round of stronger federal clean car standards from the EPA. The new rule they want to put in place would make good on promises by the Biden administration to put in place the strongest possible standards and drive investments in clean cars and zero-pollution electric vehicles.
By moving quickly to adopt the strongest possible standards, the EPA can make a difference in people's lives on a daily basis in many ways.
The speaker said introducing this next round of standards this March, the Biden administration and EPA can strengthen the economy and address the problem of tailpipe pollution from cars and light-duty trucks that endanger the health of Madison residents and all Wisconsinites.
Well, a study has found, this is an interesting one, that Neanderthals living 90,000 years ago had a taste for a seafood delicacy that is still popular today. Neanderthals regularly caught crabs. They roasted them on coals and ate the cooked flesh. That's according to archaeologists who are excavating a site near Lisbon, Portugal, where they found the remains of shellfish-like mussels and clams, but scraps from the brown crab were particularly numerous. Researchers say the finding is significant because it helps debunk the notion that a taste for seafood, which is rich in omega-3 fatty acids important for your brain, was one of the unique factors that made our own species smarter than other prehistoric humans, such as Neanderthals.
So there you have it.
So there you go.
The more you know. Stocks closed higher after the Federal Reserve announced the disinflation process has begun. The Dow Industrials added 265 points, closing at 34,156. The NASDAQ tacked on 226 points. The S&P 500 up 52. Well, it's one of the biggest fundraising events of the year for the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County. And this year, you can wear your favorite sneakers.
Yeah, cocktail dresses and sneakers. I love it. The Hearts for Helping Sneaker Ball is this Friday at the Concourse Hotel in downtown Madison.
News 3 Now is a proud sponsor of the event, and our sports anchor, Jordan Reed, will serve as MC. Terry Lynn Yankee is the Assistant Vice President for the Development for the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County, and she joins us along with Sandra Contreras.
Correct.
With TC Carpet Care and Building Services. Welcome.
Welcome, ladies. Good to see you.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much for having us.
So, Terry Lynn, let's start with you. Tell us about the nuts and bolts of this.
Well, this is one of our signature events. It brings awareness and funds for Boys and Girls Club. The money raised at this event helps support our programs, but it's going to be a fun one. And like you said, what's so great about dressing up and wearing sneakers?
Oh, your feet don't get sore. You can dance all night. And speaking of dancing, it's two separate events. It's a gala and a big party.
Right. So there's a full gala ticket, and that includes the hors d'oeuvres and the sweet treats, the program, the casino games, and full, lots of different things, and that's a full gala. But at 8:30, $25 groove ticket, and you can just come in, and the band is awesome. They're from Chicago. They're a big event band. There's 9 pieces. They'll have you dancing in your sneakers.
So you can buy a ticket for one or both or either.
So the gala ticket includes the whole night.
Oh, great.
And then there is just the groove ticket. We try to make our events as inclusive as possible for everyone.
And awards will be presented.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we have some wonderful organizations that have just gone above and beyond. And so we will be awarding them. But right here with me today is Sandra with TC Carpet Care.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we always have to remember, we grew up in the area. We were those youth, and now we run a construction business. Wow. And we always have to remember we have to help the youth because they are our future. We were those kids, and we got to keep pushing them, keep them busy, keep them focused on doing great things.
And you have a special project right now.
Yes, we do. One of the longest volunteers that has been helping the Boys and Girls Club. We are helping remodel his house. We present him with the house tomorrow. We are so excited. We hope he likes it.
Oh, I've seen the pictures, and we'll have the after picture tomorrow. But we're honoring them with the Presidential Award of Excellence because they have given their time, their resources, and recruited their friends and volunteers to put together something for Mr. Vince, who is the longest serving employee for Boys and Girls Club.
Sandra, that's well deserved. Congratulations.
Yes,
and like as you said so well, you know firsthand what the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County means.
Yes. So we need those people to push our youth. We need them to help them feel like they can do great things and big things and show them the way to get there. And I think that'll help our community.
Absolutely. For generations to come.
Yes, for generations.
All right, let's put on some sneakers, huh?
Yes. Tickets are still available, and those that can't attend, check out the silent auction. There's some great deals out there.
That's a great idea.
It's at the Concourse Hotel this Friday from 5:30. The dance begins at 8. You can get tickets at Boys and Girls Club of Dane County, BGDC.
BGCDC. I know, it's a tough one, .org. Or we have the link on Channel 3000 if that's easier to remember.
Never good at the alphabet. Ladies, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you
so
much.
Yes. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much.
When we come back, breaking the unbreakable.
Basketball legend LeBron James may do just that tonight. We'll tell you all about it coming up after Julian's First Warn forecast.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you. Thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual. Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. And if you haven't tried Plexiderm, we've created the best offer yet with our Valentine's Day Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. Even the 11 lines between your eyes are visibly gone in minutes. Plexiderm works so well that celebrities in Hollywood and people just like you feel years younger in minutes. This is why I'm letting people try it for only $14.95 this Valentine's Day at plexidermtrial.com.
So I've had under eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. I have spent so much money on tons of eye creams, eye gels. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm, and I'm not joking. It works. When I do a collage and everything is done, it looks amazing. That is exactly how Plexiderm makes me feel. I put it on my face, and somehow, some way, I look together, which is amazing. I'm Jackie, and I took the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge, and so should you.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. And yet, when you look in the mirror, what you see necessarily isn't what you feel inside. Plexiderm, seriously, honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there, like the bags are gone.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shale rock. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing the appearance of under eye bags and wrinkles in minutes. This Valentine's Day is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. So if under eye bags make you look tired or feel older, take action this Valentine's Day and see that younger looking you. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Well, take a look at this. It's a wearable bean bag, and they're on sale at a pop-up store inside a Tokyo department store. According to the beanbag manufacturer, the whole idea is to be able to relax and take a break whenever and wherever you are. One shopper thought it was a little heavy around the middle, but it's good fun. The wearable beanbag comes in 3 sizes, one for children, a medium, and a large. They sell for about $120.
That's interesting.
We'll walk down the street in that.
Just take a nap on the street.
And if you fall in the ice, you're good.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, right,
It's a
that's
nice
true.
little,
Got a good cushion.
Got to get a snow version for us.
Yeah, actually, though. And we're going to need that, especially coming up, because we are going to see
I don't want to hear it.
Mark's favorite words, folks. It is February. We're still going to be dealing with some winter weather, but what kind of winter weather? Well, that's a bit of the mixed bag, and we're going to tell you the details of it with the first one forecast coming up after the break.
We all share the same roads, but when an accident happens, we don't always share the same consequences. Gruber Law Offices has been fighting and winning for people injured by big trucks for more than 30 years. One call, that's all.
Postmenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer are living longer with Kisqali. So long live family time, long live dreams, and long live you. Kisqali is a pill proven to help women live longer when taken with an aromatase inhibitor. And Kisqali helps preserve quality of life, so you're not just living, you're living well. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Long live hugs and kisses. Ask about Kisqali and long live life.
All right, team. We got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com.
Come on out. I'm on it.
4imprint, for certain.
Backyard living season is coming soon. Coolview has great solutions to beat the backyard blues and save 15 to 25%. Cover your deck with a screen porch, an enclosed porch, or sunroom. If you have a screen porch, let us turn it into an enclosed porch. Shade your patio with a pergola or awning. All on sale now. Let Coolview show you how to tame your backyard blues. Call now for a quote before the sun sets on savings.
Get a new view from Coolview.
Since Group has started in the 80s, we've been cheering on the true champions of Milwaukee, you and yours. We've been on this path together for 35 plus years. We've had your back from the jump. Let's keep rising together. One call, that's all.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Sunshine and 40-degree temperatures is something to enjoy while we have it, because we are looking for some pretty big changes in the next couple of days. So walking through the rest of this evening, look ahead. We're going to be seeing temperatures fall into the 30s and the 20s by the time we get into our later hours, going into our early nighttime. Clear skies are going to be in store for us. Lower 20s are going to be what we're experiencing as well. Tomorrow, temperatures will be into the lower 40s, mid 40s for our friends in Lone Rock and Basketball, and of course for Barry Duchesne as well. We're also going to see some sunshine. The cloud cover will build once we get into our later afternoon and for our evening hours. So let's go ahead and plan that out for us. Tomorrow morning, we are looking for things to still be not too bad at all. A little bit on the chillier side into those lower 20s. Cloud cover is going to start to build once we get into our afternoon. And then for the evening hours, upper 30s, lower 40s for some areas. But that's not where we're going to start to see that change just yet. And speaking of that change, we have that winter storm watch, which is in effect tomorrow night until Thursday. For our friends to the northwest, 3 a.m. to 9 p.m. is what we're going to be watching for that winter storm watch to really start to go into effect, and potentially that winter storm warning once that system starts to roll its way in. Now, speaking of which, now we're going to be talking about the alert day, which is in our forecast coming up. Now, with the alert day, we are going to be watching for 1 to 8 inches of snowfall, which would be possible for us going into from areas to the northwest of Dane County, and on top of it, all of southern Wisconsin is going to be under this alert day throughout the time period of Wednesday into our Thursday as well. Now, moving ahead, this is what we're going to be watching for. First, the system is an abundance of rainfall, which makes it kind of tricky because of the amount of moisture that we're seeing and the milder temperatures. We are looking for it to be rain first, but some of that mixing starting off just northwest of Madison. Then as we transition into our Thursday morning, we're looking for that rainfall to pretty much become all snow outside of areas just near the Illinois state line, which is still going to be holding on to a bit of rain and some of that wintry mix until we get into our Thursday afternoon and evening, where a bit of that colder air starts to take hold. Now, for the other run, what we're watching for is that it's going to be a bit more rainfall a little earlier and hanging on a bit longer. Throughout Thursday morning, we're not seeing much in terms of snowfall around Dane County. Thursday morning around 6 o'clock but our friends into the northwest are already seeing a bit of that heavier snowfall. It all transitions into snow once we get into our Thursday afternoon, however, and you can still see near the Illinois state line, we are watching for a bit of that wintry mix and freezing rain before it transitions itself into snow. So we are watching for some ice accumulations, especially just northwest of Dane County, but the snowfall in itself, well, that's also going to be the highest totals northwest of Dane County. Around Madison, we could be seeing anywhere from 2 to 5 inches of snowfall, but the closer you are to Illinois state line, the less likely you're going to see anything more than about an inch. But near the Dells, Viroqua, Iowa, and Sauk counties could see a bit more of that snowfall because it's mainly going to be snow into those areas. The freezing rain and mix that we're looking for is mainly going to be north of Madison. Now, as we take a look at our 10-day forecast, again, our alert day is in effect for Thursday, and we're going to be a bit colder heading into our Friday. Upper 20s, lower, going to be at the freezing point for our Saturday, but at least we're getting plenty of sunshine. Going into our Sunday, we are back to a warming pattern heading into our Valentine's Day once again, as temperatures will be into the lower 40s, mid 40s by Wednesday. We have a couple opportunities to see a bit more rain, not just snow in our forecast.
What a mess.
It is such a mess. Hopefully, we don't have to clean it up too much.
Yeah.
Depends where you are.
Right.
Yeah, it's just...
All right.
February.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Julian.
LeBron James could break a nearly unbreakable record tonight in Los Angeles. If he gets 36 points against Oklahoma City, he'll become the NBA's all-time leading scorer.
Another basketball legend, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, set that record nearly 4 decades ago, the same year LeBron was born.
James Brown looks at this crowning achievement for a player who was always special.
Maybe we should have seen it coming. When LeBron was soaring as a high school phenom.
The ball's an extension of his mind.
He knew he had that one, too.
Dubbed the chosen one before ever stepping foot on an NBA court.
It's just getting better every day for our team and for myself. He's going to come out and he's going to fulfill a lot of expectations tonight.
Maybe we should have known when he nailed his first NBA shot.
LeBron James' first shot is good.
Not only holding his own amongst grown men,
There's your first James Jam of his career.
but making it clear, I belong here.
I knew that I was ready for the moment. I knew that I belonged in the greatest league in the world, but I didn't know what to expect.
And maybe he was just born to do it. LeBron entering this world the same year the scoring record was last broken.
It's into Kareem. Kareem swing left, right hand, 12-footer, good!
For 39 years, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record has stood, a goal that seemed almost as unreachable as his patented skyhook. One that Kobe, Shaq, and even his airness, Michael Jordan, didn't break. But for 20 spectacular seasons, LeBron's thunderous slams, thrilling buzzer beaters,
Gets it to LeBron for 3 for the win. Yes! LeBron James at the buzzer!
and signature step-back jumpers
And got it! Bakes it in!
have just kept coming. And now, King James's coronation is imminent.
I have not set out to do that. It wasn't like a goal of mine when I entered the league.
Just to put into context how mind-blowing this accomplishment is, there have only been 10 players, including James, to have played 20 seasons in the NBA. And if a player were to play every game during those 20 seasons and average 20 points a game, they would still be more than 5,000 points short of the record. And LeBron's train just keeps on smoking. This year, at the ripe old age of 38, he's averaging about 30 points per game, a mark unheard of for someone his age. Now the record will be in LeBron's rear view, a once unbreakable mark shattered by one of the game's greats. And another 2 years' worth of points are likely on the horizon, with his eldest son beginning a new James NBA journey in 2024.
I got to be on the floor with Bronny. That would be ideal for sure. Being with him, spending a full year with him in the same uniform, that would be the icing on the cake.
But that doesn't mean he'd be willing to relinquish his throne so easily.
He got a long way to get to me.
So does everyone, LeBron. So does everyone. James Brown, CBS News.
And the game starts at 8 o'clock tonight on TNT. And if he doesn't get the 36 points, the next game is against Milwaukee.
That'd be incredible to see him play with Giannis.
In Los Angeles.
Oh, that would be great. And how about his son? Wow, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, yes.
And the seats behind the hoops, there's a couple seats available, $64,000 a piece.
Get out of here. Wow, to see him break the record. Might be worth it.
Well, it's on TV.
Yeah, right.
Coming up next year on Live at 4, we help you get a little bit safer on the internet from threats you may not know even exist.
And coming up next hour at 5, a grocery store in a community that didn't have one before is a game changer. Our Catherine Merck will tell us about the opening of the Hy-Vee in Oregon. Coming up at 5.
Lake Ridge may be a new name, but it isn't a new bank. It's one built on over a century of community commitment. One equipped with all the knowledge and resources of 145 collective years of experience. Monona Bank and State Bank of Cross Plains are coming together as one. As Lake Ridge Bank, we're doing more together for you.
Your foundation doesn't improve the appearance of under-eye puffiness. Your concealer doesn't make fine lines disappear. Even worse, they can make those imperfections more noticeable. Introducing Tint and Tighten, a new must-have lightweight tinted cream that is sure to find its place in your makeup routine. Tint and Tighten is the only tinted cream that creates a temporary tightening layer on the surface of the skin, which works to instantly reduce the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, and under-eye puffiness.
So with foundation, normally it just kind of, you just cover up and conceal things, but with Tint and Tighten, it actually changes the way the skin looks. The lines are actually gone, so you don't get any of that buildup within them and the creases that you normally would see when you wear foundation.
Tint and Tighten works to smooth out wrinkles and under-eye puffiness in just 10 minutes, while covering and concealing dark circles, age spots, and uneven skin tone, making you look and feel years younger.
I will be turning 59 in June of this year. Using Tint and Tighten, for me, I'm actually very confident right now that my wrinkles won't be as obvious. It is giving me the support that I think reminds me that I'm at my best right now.
40s is a bit of a shocker for me because 40s, I noticed the skin under my eye is getting very loose. And then 50s hit, and I'm 54, and I really noticed the difference in the firmness of my skin here and especially here. I'm glad there's products like Tint and Tighten out there so that I can just put this on and not worry about what I didn't do in my 40s, my 30s, and my 20s, and it looks like I always have. It's a pleasure and it's actually a gift for anyone.
What's even better is that these remarkable results last for up to 8 hours without needles or injections. Want to look your best for that upcoming event, date night, or job interview? Maybe you simply want to feel younger and more confident with your appearance. Then add Tint and Tighten to your makeup routine and bring youthfulness back to your life. Try it this Valentine's Day for only $19.95. Plus, get free shipping and handling. Visit tintandtighten.com or call the number on your screen.
New at 5, cries for justice could be heard outside the Dane County Courthouse after a man was killed by a police officer. What reparations are being demanded?
Mild weather will continue tomorrow, but we have an alert day in the forecast for a winter storm for tomorrow night and Thursday. Heavy snow is possible for some of the area, along with a little freezing rain. I'll let you know how much snow to expect at 5.
And ahead at 6, we dive into Wisconsin's rich history of black trailblazers and innovators that push the boundaries of science, law, politics, education, and civil rights. That's tonight at 6.
Giving the weather satellite a spin, we end up at the White House.
Big night in Washington, D.C.
State of the Union.
Starts at 8 o'clock local time right here on News 3.
On this Safer Internet Day, safety experts are focusing on children and encouraging parents to talk to their kids about life online.
Dina Demetrius shows us while the conversations can be difficult, they are vital.
Online. This Minnesota mother says her 14-year-old son thought he was chatting with a pretty teen girl on Instagram.
He started crying. He had his phone in his hand, and he just said, "My life is over."
But within a day, their friendly rapport turned intimate, manipulative, and dangerous.
He ended up taking images of himself in exactly the way they instructed, which included images with his face in them.
Investigators say that teen girl was actually suspects in Nigeria who threatened the boy's life if he didn't send money.
Sextortion that isn't about sex. It's straight up blackmail, financial sextortion. And their target is most often are young boys, anywhere from 10 to 17 years of age.
The FBI says it's a fast-growing online crime that victimized more than 3,000 U.S. teens in 2022.
Kids are a target because maybe they don't always understand the consequences of their actions of sharing.
Experts say while sextortion and cyberbullying are the most dangerous online threats to kids, phishing is the most common.
All sorts of different ways that actually a cyber criminal can exploit them and get money out of them.
Experts say handing a phone to a child for the first time should come with conversations about online safety. They recommend parents show kids how to recognize suspicious emails and texts, set up multi-factor authentication, and explain the consequences of intimate photos.
If your kid makes a mistake, you want them to come to you. This isn't something we should reprimand our kids about. This is something we should teach them positively.
Building trust between parents and children to keep online threats from turning into real-life dangers. Dina Demetrius, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And in case a child gives out personal information, parents can monitor suspicious activity on their child's Social Security number through credit tracking agencies.
Very important.
Well, President Biden, as we mentioned, delivers his State of the Union address to the Republican-controlled House tonight.
We'll get a preview from the director of the Marquette Law School poll, Charles Franklin, when Live at 4 continues.
A former prosecutor, now circuit court judge, Janet Protasewicz. On the Supreme Court, she'll be a common-sense judge. She believes in abortion rights, fairness for all, and protecting public safety. Janet Protasewicz for Supreme Court.
What can Sono Bello do for you? How about a new shape?
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
New confidence.
I can see a huge difference. Look at this.
New you.
I can wear a little black dress. I feel sexy.
With Sono Bello, you can permanently remove stubborn fat in just one visit. Don't wait. The results I've seen achieved are truly outstanding.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation with Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and find out how you can get $250 off. Sono Bello uses Tri-Sculpt micro-laser liposuction to remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently for incredible transformations in just one visit.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Call 1-888-622-8360 or go to sonobello.com.
Wisconsin. It's easy to take for granted how we warm up. But what if you couldn't warm up so easily? For many, it's a reality they can't ignore. Working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans struggling to keep their heat and power on in the dangerous cold of winter. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safe in your home. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
Hey, do you want to join our rewards program? Collect hot dog points to unlock access to our VIP lounge.
That doesn't seem very
Rewarding. With the BMO Savings Builder account, you get a cash reward for every month you save.
Wait, so you're going to reward me for saving my own money?
You got it. A little incentive to help you get into the habit of saving.
That sounds great, but do you have VIPs?
Yeah, absolutely. We call them customers.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
I'm voting for Judge Janet
Protasewicz?
You don't need to know how to say Protasewicz to know that Judge Janet believes in abortion rights, fairness, and public safety.
Protasewicz.
And with a quick traffic update, here's what we're seeing as of right now. Actually pretty good in terms of our traffic conditions along the Beltline, even seeing some openings on 151 as of right now. Was a bit slower just a few moments ago, but that is starting to open up as well. However, Fish Hatchery and a lot of the ramps on the eastern side and westbound are starting to pick up a bit of some traffic as of right now, so we're not looking at those to be too smooth as we're getting into the rest of our afternoon to evening commute. However, the interstate is a bit of a different story. We're looking all green as we're kicking closer to the 5 p.m. rush hour. And if you were curious how long it's going to take from getting to point A to point B from Janesville to the Beltline, it's pretty average around this time of day. 25 minutes as of right now. Sauk City to Middleton, 16 minutes. With Sun Prairie to downtown at 19 minutes. That's going to do it for our traffic update. Let's go ahead and send it over to you.
All right, Julian, thank you. A D.C. woman has meshed together Valentine's Day and Black History Month together, creating an exhibit in her front yard. The hearts all contain Black history facts, and the decorator said a teacher has asked to bring her students from school. She hopes, let's see, what does she hope? She hopes the hearts and decorations inspire people to go home and do research on the black figures throughout history.
Oh, great idea.
Yeah, it is. Well, President Biden's set to give his second State of the Union address tonight.
CBS News live coverage begins tonight at 8 p.m. right here on News 3.
The speech comes as a new CBS News poll shows many Americans have a negative view of the country right now. And speaking of polling, the director of the Marquette Law School poll, Charles Franklin, is here with a preview of the speech.
Hi, Charles.
Good to be here.
How important are these State of the Union addresses?
You know, there are different ways in which they're important. To have a president, any president, come and spend an hour or so presenting their programs, what they think they've accomplished and what they hope to accomplish, no matter what, that ought to be an important part of our civic life. So let's call them important that way. Are they exciting speeches that makes you want to record it and watch it 5 times? Probably not. And then on the polling side, we very rarely see that the State of the Union produces any appreciable change in presidential approval. It did it once for Bill Clinton in the 90s, and people still talk about it because it really hadn't happened since.
Well, there are a lot of factors in this particular speech. The biggest change will be sitting right behind the president, Kevin McCarthy, the Republican Speaker of the House now. And for the first time in his presidency, he'll be speaking to a divided Congress.
Absolutely, and it'll be, from a political side, watching how he frames this will be very interesting because he won't be speaking to Democratic majorities about his programs. He'll instead be trying to set up his program in a way that contrasts with what the Republicans in the House are likely to be talking about later tonight and in the coming session. So there's very little chance that much of Biden's proposals passes a Republican House. But does the speech set up the contrast between what he wants to propose and what Republicans want to do? And how does that play out over the course of the coming year?
And he's likely to list his accomplishments.
Absolutely. People don't learn your accomplishments if you don't talk about them, or so I've been told. I think that every one of these speeches is a combination of, look at what I've done and let me remind you of what has happened over the last year that I was for and that I can take credit for. And it's also setting up the future. What are the things that are my priorities? And again, this time it's more about setting that contrast rather than things you're confident might actually get through Congress this year.
Tomorrow will be a big day in Madison. The president will be here, first stop after his State of the Union address. And is this setting the stage now for 2024?
I think so. I mean, look, we're that purple state that is so close almost every time. The fact that he's choosing to come here as his first thing afterwards really is an affirmation of the role that Wisconsin is likely to play in the 2024 election.
What are you going to watch for tonight?
I'm going to look for how he sets up the contrast with Republicans. Does he talk about things that in principle sound kind of moderate and things that you might go along with, or does he set up things to be a sharper contrast with the GOP? We're going to have a fight over the debt ceiling. We're going to have a fight over the budget. How does he frame those issues? And how much does he try to take credit for the things that he's passed that maybe the average voter hasn't really noticed, hasn't paid that much attention to, and he wants to claim that credit?
And he hasn't gotten credit for a lot of it.
This is true of almost every president, that they do pass some things, even some really major things. And then when I poll on it 6 months later, an awful lot of people are not aware of that having gone through. So it just shows that the presidency has to be a constant selling job, a constant job of reminding people what you think you've accomplished.
8 o'clock tonight on CBS. Charles, thank you.
Thank you.
Good to see you, Charles.
We'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
These are the faces that smile so wide at the friends and staff who are by their side, where life is lived with a feeling of pride on every bump of life's great ride that comes from the care that sweetens the air that lives in the house that angels built. Attic Angel Community, independent homes and 4 levels of assisted living built with the help of angels.
For back pain, I've always been a take 2 and call in the morning guy. But my new doctor recommended Salonpas. Without another pill upsetting my stomach, I get powerful, effective, and safe relief. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
At
At McGann Furniture and Flooring in Baraboo, we know that hardworking people want the most value for their money. At McGann's, we've already sorted out and selected the brands that we feel offer you the most bang for your buck. From young couples to senior citizens, we offer a huge selection at prices that will fit your budget. And remember, at McGann's, we don't raise prices only to lower them later for a sale. Discover the difference at McGann Furniture and Flooring, downtown Baraboo.
Memories matter.
This bend on Cox Hollow Lake was one of Dad's favorite fishing holes. Crest Funeral and Cremation Service helped us make sure he's never forgotten. Making it personal. It's how you heal. We are Crest. We truly believe your memories matter.
An alert day is in the forecast for tomorrow night and Thursday for a winter storm. At 5, I'll tell you what you can expect.
No justice, no peace.
And months after a Dane County officer killed a man, community members are demanding justice. Coming up at 5.
A scam that tricks bank customers, stealing money from their accounts.
They try to get money as much and as fast as possible, and then they're gone.
News 3 Now is getting answers to help you avoid becoming the next target of bank imposters. Thursday at 10.
And we have that alert day that's in the forecast for late Wednesday nights into our Thursdays. We're going to be watching for some snow and freezing rain to be possible. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canulty will be walking through this at 5.
All right, Julian, thank you. And on the next Live Before, as we mentioned, President Joe Biden is visiting the Madison area tomorrow.
We will have complete coverage from touchdown to takeoff of the first presidential visit to the area in a decade. That's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Eyes require a certain kind of care. As a family-owned optical company for over 40 years, Wisconsin Vision knows firsthand just how important your eyes are. That's why our doctors and staff are highly skilled and passionate in their roles. It's why our centers offer a large selection of eyewear suitable for all lifestyles, and it's why our lens lab is state-of-the-art, conveniently located right here in Wisconsin. Ask about $100 off a complete pair, frame and lenses. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
Are you a T-Mobile customer in Wisconsin? Recently, T-Mobile disclosed that 37 million customer accounts were hacked, putting your personal information at risk. Don't let identity theft ruin your credit score and cost you thousands of dollars. Call Lawton & Gates for a free consultation and learn your rights.
Hi, I'm Tim O'Brien, owner of The Healthy Place. I'm excited to tell you about our new Wild Theory CBD products that will get you high fives from everyone you know. Wild Theory's new groundbreaking formula has higher levels of the good stuff, and it packs surprising results. Is it legal in Wisconsin? Of course. Is it potent? You bet. Will you love it? I'm sure of it. Stop by one of our Madison locations or visit findyourhealthyplace.com. Type in high five, and our website will hook you up.
New Ivisia Dry Eye Drops. Made with hydrating polymers, moisturizing hyaluronic acid, and revitalizing trehalose to reduce dryness, discomfort, and strain. Ivisia. We see a better way.
Race to savings on everything for your bathroom update at Menards. Check out our great selection of Waterpik shower heads. They have innovative, sleek designs with Power Pulse therapeutic massage. Pick up this multi-height shower head today for only $49.99. Complete your updates with DAP Quick Seal Ultra. This sealant repels water, soap, scum, dirt, and stains, making it perfect for bathrooms. Only $6.29 each. Finish your next project and race to savings at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Rest comfortably with brands you can trust at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Create a unique and stylish room with made-in-the-USA products from companies like Smith Brothers of Bern. Select from a wide variety of sofas at a great price.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
A spectacular lantern fair is underway in Xizang City in the southwest China's Sichuan province.
The festival marks the conclusion of the 15-day traditional Chinese Lunar New Year holiday. Myriads of colorful lights outlining the structures of buildings and forming images of gigantic zodiac animals figures on the Chinese lunar calendar are seen everywhere. This is the largest lantern light show in the world. The dazzling illuminated lanterns at the fair awe visitors, from life-size pagodas to dinosaurs lighting up the night sky to a 26-meter tall moving rabbit celebrating the Year of the Rabbit.